Okay, so it looks like once again, I'm about to be absolutely wrong about something because I personally predicted Odell Beckham Jr. going to the LA Rams. I just felt like he was going to return to a large market. The Rams are building a super team. Von Miller and Jalen Ramsey really recruited him on Instagram saying, "Happy birthday, Odell Beckham Jr. I love you, man, for real, for real. Come to the Rams so we can chase this ring together." And you can see Jalen Ramsey saying fact underneath. But we just got some breaking news in regards to this entire situation, and this is absolute craziness, man. Before we get to it, make sure you're following us on Instagram and Twitter so you could tag me in any stories that you want me to cover. I would not have been able to cover Damon Arnett if it wasn't for Mike Mafia hooking me up and tagging me in a couple of low-key stories that most other sources were not covering. On top of that, if you could sack the like button for the YouTube algorithm, consider subscribing and turning on our notifications. We are on the grind to 500,000 subscribers, and I think it's time that I give back to you guys, man. If you have any giveaway suggestions, I've been doing signed jerseys, I've been doing PS5s, I did Apple AirPods, I could do iPhones, whatever you think you would be the most interested in, let me know in the comment section down below. And now that we get all that out of the way, break!
I don't know. I've been on the practice field. I don't know what's going on with any. As you would think, we're aware of what's going on, and we've been involved to understand it and compete and to know what's happening. We'll let you know as it all happens. So I didn't say yes or I didn't say no, but that's just because you'll see.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? We got some crazy news from Odell Beckham Jr. in regards to his status, in regards to what team that he is going to join. Now, about a week ago, Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad liked a video that featured 11 minutes of Baker Mayfield just completely missing OBJ whenever he was open. Now, as a result of this, what happened was Odell Beckham Jr. didn't come out and defend Baker Mayfield. He just let the narrative run. The day after, he had some issues at practice where Kevin Stefanski sent him home, and then the day after that, on Thursday, he was sent home again, and on his birthday last Friday, OBJ was officially released by the Cleveland Browns. Now, they did come to an agreement in regards to what Odell Beckham Jr.'s contract value would be. The cap hit he would take if he was claimed on waivers was $7.25 million. So far what we knew, at least at the time of this video, is the Detroit Lions didn't claim him, which thank goodness, man. Like, don't do that to poor Odell. Tank like a good, horrible team should tank. I feel like the Lions are going to be good down the line. You guys have 2 first-round picks. I feel like your future is going to be fine. My number one team that I felt like was the most likely to sign Odell was the Los Angeles Rams. I felt like he would go to a large market, team up with Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, dominate on that offense. Sean McVay's a brilliant head coach, but it looks like I was wrong. What we have so far is there are 2 teams that are the most likely to sign Odell Beckham Jr. The first team is a team that could straight up claim him off of waivers, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. So far, Pete Carroll has kept his cards close to his chest, but for those of you guys saying that the Seattle Seahawks have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, they are still missing a wide receiver that would fill the void that Josh Gordon left behind when he left the team. They were interested in re-signing Josh Gordon, but they seem to be doing fine at least when Russell Wilson is playing. Pete Carroll says that we're aware of what's going on and we've been involved to understand it and compete and to know what's happening. We'll let you know when it happens. You gotta wait. You'll see. So here's the rumor that's going on right now, and that's that the moment Odell Beckham Jr. clears waivers, his favorite destination isn't going to be the New Orleans Saints or the San Francisco 49ers. According to this report from Jordan Schultz, his number one priority and his number one destination, should he clear waivers, will be the Green Bay Packers, which, first of all, wow, okay, I'm really shocked because I felt like he would want to go to a team that also is a large market, in addition to having a good quarterback, but it seems like he just wants to play with a remarkable Hall of Fame QB, and this is a move that I can't even explain how incredible it is for the Green Bay Packers. Prior to this season, there were rumors that Aaron Rodgers will eventually want to move on from the Green Bay Packers, primarily because they weren't giving the man enough help offensively. They were focused on the defense, and right when they wanted to spend a first-round draft pick on an offensive player in a very wide receiver heavy draft that featured the likes of Henry Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Van Jefferson, Michael Pittman Jr., Chase Claypool. That's all off the top of my head. They decided to select Jordan Love, who, by the way, seems to still be developing as a Green Bay Packer. But now you have this remarkable opportunity. After an offseason where Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers seem to have hinted that this was their last dance, the Green Bay Packers have a chance to bring in Odell freaking Beckham Jr., put him on the opposing side of Davante Adams, and have the defending MVP throw footballs to him. Now, this is really awesome, mainly because I've been waiting for Odell Beckham Jr. to get onto a contender. I'm a huge OBJ fan. A lot of people have written him off. A lot of people think that he's overrated, but I am never going to write off a wide receiver that has literally had 5 1,000-yard receiving seasons out of his 8 seasons, including one with Baker Mayfield, although he wasn't really successful with Baker Mayfield. The narrative surrounding OBJ so far is he's just a player that puts up empty stats on really bad teams. He's a player that had his name blow up just because of one catch against my Dallas Cowboys on national television, and now he has the opportunity to completely rewrite the script of his career. I have drawn comparisons of Odell Beckham Jr.'s next act looking very similar to Randy Moss. Randy Moss was a Minnesota Viking towards the beginning of his career. Then he got traded to the Oakland Raiders. He stunk with the Oakland Raiders. He got traded for pennies on the dollar to the New England Patriots, dominated when he finally had a Hall of Fame quarterback throw him the pigskin. And I just hope the same thing happens for Odell Beckham Jr., man. The guy deserves it. He did wonderful things when Eli Manning was his quarterback. I'm expecting him to do great things if this Aaron Rodgers rumor is true. And for all you know, this could keep Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. So after a week where we saw Jordan Love perform really horribly against the Kansas City Chiefs, yes, I know he's still raw and he's very unexperienced, and it is the Kansas City Chiefs, which are a good team, I guess. The Green Bay Packers might be thinking, okay, we don't want to move on from Aaron Rodgers and hand the keys to Jordan Love. We may have made a mistake drafting Jordan Love and trying to groom him after Aaron Rodgers. This might result in Aaron Rodgers saying, hey, I have OBJ, I have Davante Adams, the Packers got me good weapons, I'm having fun again, I'm gonna stay a Green Bay Packer. So as the day progressed forward, I'm not gonna lie, man, I was waiting until 4 p.m. Eastern would hit, and I thought the moment the clock would hit 4 p.m. Eastern, then Odell Beckham Jr. was going to come out and announce that he's going to sign with the Green Bay Packers. So as that time was progressing, I launched a live stream, and it was my first live stream with Mike Mafia, and by the way, it was a huge success. We can definitely do more if you guys are requesting it. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was really cool vibing with you guys as we waited for the news, but as time progressed, it seemed more and more likely like, hey, OBJ didn't come out and tell us what he wants to do. So here's what's going down. Josina Anderson explained that her understanding is that free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. will take some time and assess the best situation for him, with several options still on the table per league source. Now, Evan Massey gave us some additional tidbits on this situation. I don't know how legitimate of a source Evan is, but we're going to report it and you guys can use it for your own interpretation. Per a source, the Packers appear to be Odell Beckham Jr.'s preferred destination. However, the Saints are making a hard push for him, as are the New England Patriots. Green Bay is where OBJ would prefer to play, as previously reported by the Schultz Report. Now, this makes a lot of sense, man, because Odell Beckham Jr. went to LSU. He has ties to the Louisiana area. He was born in Baton Rouge, so the New Orleans Saints are always going to be a contender. But the thing is, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, man, because the New Orleans Saints currently don't have an answer at quarterback. I don't think OBJ is going to want to go from playing for Eli Manning to Baker Mayfield, that wasn't really targeting him very much, to catching footballs from Trevor Siemian. And that's no offense to Trevor Siemian, it's just he's kind of like a glorified game manager that's depending on the New Orleans Saints defense to carry him to victories while he does his best to milk clock and not mess anything up. And that's no offense to him, he understands that's what his role is. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers have Aaron Rodgers, so they're a legitimate contender. And then you have the New England Patriots, who are desperate for a true number one wide receiver. They clearly hit on their draft pick of Mac Jones. There is a legitimate opportunity for them to win their division. They're currently kind of tied with the Buffalo Bills, although there is an issue because they played one less game and they have yet to go on bye. But there is a legitimate chance that the Patriots sign him. Now, when Evan Massey was asked if there is any report on if the Packers have interest in Odell Beckham Jr., he said that the Packers do have interest in signing OBJ, but he is considering all of his options. And per a source, another team to keep an eye on as a dark horse for OBJ is the Indianapolis Colts. It's an unlikely landing spot, but a team to watch. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this, man. I was going to release this video like 3 hours earlier, but I didn't want to potentially release this way too soon and then have him signed and then have to make another video all over again, which, watch, knowing my luck, that's probably going to happen again. But leave a like, consider subscribing, and turning on our notifications if you enjoyed. And aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.